Today, we're diving into a fascinating story from the world of high-stakes contract bridge. It's about how a seemingly impossible situation got completely flipped on its head by one single, brilliant, and incredibly deceptive play. They call it the idiot coup, and believe me, it is a masterclass in both strategy and psychology. And it all kicks off with this, a cryptic clue from a crossword puzzle. Foolish defensive play, perhaps? Now, this little question, found at a blustery seaside cottage, is actually the key to understanding the entire, very clever story that's about to unfold at the card table. So, let's set the scene. We're gathered around a bridge table. 4 very different players, and the tension in the air is, well, it's just as thick as the coastal fog outside. Okay, let's meet our players. First up, you've got Timmy. He's our hero, the declarer, and he's a total optimist, trusting in his lucky mismatched socks. His partner is Andrew, who's a bit more on the cautious side. And their opponents? We've got Bartek, a self-proclaimed expert, and his partner Marjorie, who, honestly, seems way more interested in her crossword puzzle than the game itself. Or so it seems. All right, so the game gets underway, and after a pretty competitive round of bidding, our guy Timmy finds himself in a really tricky spot. So you can see here the bidding escalates pretty fast. After some back and forth, Timmy makes the final, pretty ambitious bid, 4 spades. This is his contract now. It's basically a promise. To win, his team has to take at least 10 of the 13 rounds of play, what they call tricks. That is a very high bar to clear. And here is the absolute heart of Timmy's problem. Spades are his trump suit. That's the most powerful suit for him in this hand. But the 2 highest cards, the ace and the king, they're in his opponent's hands. This means he is almost guaranteed to lose 2 tricks right off the bat, which would make him fail his contract. You know, from the outside, the situation looks completely hopeless. But in this seemingly impossible moment, Timmy has an epiphany. He comes up with this daring, super high-risk plan that is rooted in nothing but pure deception. He decides he's going to try something called the idiot coup. It's a play that relies 100% on psychological warfare. And, I mean, the name really says it all, doesn't it? It's designed to make an opponent look, well, a little foolish by tricking them into a huge, fundamental mistake. The whole plan is basically a 3-step trap. First, Timmy has to figure out which of his opponents is holding the king of spades. Second, he's going to lead with a low card to create this moment of really intense pressure. And third, he just has to hope that pressure causes a full-blown panic, making his target commit a fatal error. And you know, this isn't just some wild, desperate gamble. Based on the cold, hard laws of probability and card distribution, Timmy figures there's a 78% chance that the defender's key cards are split exactly the way he needs them to be for this trap to actually work. It's a calculated risk, for sure, but it's rooted in math. So now, the defender, Bartek, is facing this massive choice. The correct, disciplined play is on the left. Play a low card. They call it ducking. And just trust that his partner has the ace. But there's this powerful psychological instinct, something called the honor cover reflex, that's tempting him to make the disastrous play on the right, to immediately play his king. And that is the exact trigger Timmy is counting on him to pull. Okay, so the trap is set. We can unpause the action. Timmy plays a low spade from his hand, and every single eye at the table turns to Bartek. This is it. This is the moment of truth. The pressure is just immense. A low card is on the table, and Bartek knows there's a higher card just sitting there in the dummy hand across from him. What is he going to do? You can almost hear the gears grinding in his head. His instincts are just screaming at him. He's terrified that if he doesn't play his king right now, he'll lose the chance to ever win a trick with it. It's such a classic psychological trap in a high-stakes moment where the fear of a future loss pushes you into a disastrous, immediate action. And he falls for it. He slams the king of spades down on the table. This move forces his partner, Marjorie, who has the ace, to play it on the very same trick. And just like that, both of the defender's top cards are gone in one go. And there it is. Timmy's 2 guaranteed losing tricks have been telescoped. Basically, they've been compressed into a single lost trick. The trap worked perfectly. He can now easily win the 10 tricks he needs to make his contract. An absolute success. So as Timmy is celebrating his victory, the real genius of the moment, the final twist, is revealed not at the card table, but on Marjorie's crossword puzzle. A completely confused Bartek asks why his play was so wrong, and instead of explaining, Marjorie just calmly hands him her crossword puzzle. He reads the clue, foolish defensive play perhaps, and then he sees the 5 letters she's already filled in, IDIOT. And you can just see the realization dawn on his face. And that brings the whole story full circle. Marjorie, the quiet observer, has already written a new clue for her next puzzle, immortalizing the moment forever. It's just such a powerful reminder that in any game of strategy, sometimes the most brilliant move isn't the one you make, it's the one you got your opponent to make for you. So, what's the idiot coup in your world?
Subscribe our channel for more videos.